also been attacks this morning in the second biggest city in Ukraine, Kharkiv. The images that we are about to show you here on BBC News are distressing. This is a missile strike on a government building, an administrative building in Kharkiv. Ukraine's president calls the bombardment of the city a war crime and says dozens of people have been killed. In the capital, images have emerged of children, some of whom are cancer patients, being treated in the basement of a hospital. These are the satellite images released by the company Maxar Technologies. They appear to show armoured vehicles, tanks, artillery and logistical vehicles. The front of the convoy is said to be less than 30 kilometres from Kyiv. Overnight and this morning there have been attacks on the eastern city of Kharkiv. The images we're about to show you are distressing. Kharkiv is the second biggest city in Ukraine. About 1.5 million people live there. And this is reported to be the regional administrative building being hit by a Russian cruise missile. Ukraine's president says the heavy bombardment of Kharkiv, in which dozens of people were reportedly killed, amounts to a war crime. Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson is visiting NATO's border with the region today, starting with Ukraine's neighbour Poland.
The regional government headquarters in Kharkiv. A Russian missile strike caused this huge explosion.
Шановні харків'яни, сьогодні наш ворог підступний.
Dear Kharkivians, today our enemy has surreptitiously started bombing the city centre of Kharkiv and the residential areas. Firing with Grad systems and cruise missiles, he hit an administrative building in the central square. Now we are counting the victims amongst the civilian population. He has no choice but to commit war crimes in this way. Our army is strong, we hold our positions.
Earlier in Ukraine's second city, there were fears that Russia had used cluster bombs, according to military experts.
This is a residential area with no military objects.
Kharkiv's mayor said shells hit residential buildings, killing a number of civilians. President Zelensky made his views clear.
This is clearly a war crime. Peaceful city, peaceful residential area. No military facilities.
On the road to the capital, Kyiv, satellite images show a Russian military convoy, much longer than first thought, heading towards a city where residents are digging trenches to try and protect their neighbourhood. At least 70 Ukrainian soldiers were killed in a Russian missile strike on this military base west of Kharkiv on Sunday, according to authorities. In the southern Ukrainian port city of Berdyansk, Russian tanks could be seen on the streets. Ukrainian officials say Russian troops have also begun an assault on Kherson, a city in the south. In Kyiv's hospitals, the human cost is all too apparent. There are increasingly desperate attempts to leave this country. Tim Muffet, BBC News.